Hello, lovable Diva One. Kathy Hamilton here. And I'm going to ask you a question. And it's going to maybe seem a little strange, but it's something that I've really been dealing with and working through in a way that I really never have before. So the question is, are you owning your lovability? Now, we all talk about how we need to love ourselves unconditionally and show compassion with ourselves and love other people and all of that. But there is an element in owning your lovability that really you have to step in your power to do. You cannot do it without really owning your power at the same time you're owning your lovability. So this has really been showing up for me since my daughter left for college. And it kind of threw me into a tiz, I'll be truthful with you, that I was not really expecting, because the past couple of newsletters I had talked to you about just how I was going to miss her and all that, knowing that she's totally ready to be out there on her own. And she is. She's absolutely doing great, and it's been awesome because she is close by and we do get to see her more than we thought that we were going to be able to see her. But with that, interestingly enough, came this lovability issue, and in a way that I don't think we automatically see it. So because we can't see her so often, my schedule has been in a complete state of chaos. As a matter of fact, since she's left the house, just everything, energetically speaking, is just off because she's not there, and everyone in the household is just kind of trying to reacclimate to like the missing link, basically being gone. And so we're all kind of waking up at different times. Also, my youngest daughter just started high school, so it's in a totally different school, different times getting up. My husband's been doing the same thing, even with work, and both of us experiencing, like, we were unable to sleep, and I was getting anxiety attacks, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And then I realized, okay, when she was at home was the central hub, like we were like one unit. Now she's a separate unit that we have to work around and work with. And so it became, okay, we want to see her, so it's very, very special because she's not home all the time. You do want to see her, and she wants to see us, which is also awesome. And so it's like you're trying to accommodate that. And then what I was finding personally is that, okay, I still have a schedule that I need to keep, and it's also been changed, so I'm really not sure exactly what it is that I need to be doing at what time anymore. And so it was kind of giving me this whole like, okay, her schedule is more important than my schedule. And so sometimes I'm getting all kind of wigged out about it and like getting irritated because now I can't do something that maybe I had planned on doing because now she's had some time opened up. And I think sometimes too, as a woman, and I hate almost even saying this because I think sometimes we can all sound like broken records with, women have it harder and all that stuff. And it's not necessarily that I think we have it harder. I just think that, we are nurturers. We're like just programmed for caretaking and programming for creativeness and really just kind of keeping all the wheels on the bus because we tend to be a little bit more sensitive, and the way that we operate is more sensitive to other people's needs. Okay, so I'll just put it out there like that. So somehow in the mix, my needs all of a sudden, in my own mind, no one else was doing this to me, mind you. It's strictly me, just getting pushed aside. And of course I'm getting angry. And I'm getting these anxiety attacks, which I've also learned, when you're getting anxiety, 90% of the time it's because you're really pissed off. And so you're not really expressing the pissed offness. So you get this anxiety. And so I found myself then kind of looking for all these crazy ways that somehow I'm not as important as she is important. Okay, goofy. And then when I started to really look at that, it became more of my owning my lovability. And I know that might sound strange, but it's what it is. And then the more I thought about it, the more I could trace it all the way back to when I was a little kid. And I think really I could see it probably the most even when I started working in corporate America, which is really kind of strange. So there's so much here. I'm going to probably be doing I am going to be doing some more videos about this and some more, posts and whatnot, because I think it's really important of how we tie these things together. So for me, I'll just kind of tell you exactly where I'm at. I've spent a lot of time, I've realized, trying to disprove my lovability. And I've done it a lot with, my husband. And a lot of times you can see it in relationships a little bit easier, just, and if, as I'm talking, maybe just kind of clue into where maybe you've done this yourself, especially with almost like a jealousy factor. Because with my daughter, he's got a totally different set of schedule than I do, different set of, priorities that he wants to work through. So a lot of times he is willing and can, like at a moment's notice, just kind of like go with whatever the flow is of everybody else. That he kind of enjoys that. And so, I then am running the risk of, in my mind, now my daughter's going to love him more because, he's more willing to accommodate her schedule than I am. And then somehow it's like now she's not going to love me as much. And then, okay, he's also going to be, he's now giving her extra attention that it never had to give her before because she was always in the house. So, okay, now he's going to love her more. Somehow this is all just disproving that I'm lovable or worth it or special or matter, whatever you want to, put onto it. And then also, just to, okay, if I'm acting crazy or if I'm acting upset, then my younger daughter's going to get irritated with me because now all my attention's going towards this situation. And so somehow she's going to get slighted, but somehow it's going to come back to, I'm somehow not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, therefore I'm not lovable. And it's really been crazy and something that I didn't really expect from the situation changing. I mean, I know by 5 key principles I talk about, allowing yourself to have a fluid identity. And I think just, with the change of her leaving the house and just kind of how it has just energetically affected the household. And then also what we're doing. And it's not just her, like I said, my youngest has also made some changes, with schools. And, there's always just something kind of new and exciting going on in the adult world. So it's really just interesting to kind of watch and see how this unfolds. And I did a tappy hour, just how to break free of the I'm not lovable lie, because, this is something that I've been going through. And I think it's just really important. I think the world is calling out for us to really own our lovability and really showing up as lovable. And it's okay if we get defensive. It's okay if we're vulnerable, but we are human. We're here having a human experience. And I think we've kind of dehumanized ourselves in a way. And I was just listening to Brene Brown speak. She's got a new book coming out. I cannot remember what the book's title was, but she was talking about that, how we do that to other people. And I think we've really started to do it to ourselves. And, all those times you just say, suck it up and deal with it. All those times you wake up and you're criticizing yourself in the mirror. You're criticizing how you feel. You're criticizing how you look. You're criticizing what you do. You're criticizing your career choices. You're criticizing how much money you're making or how much money you're not making. And it's all coming down to if I'm in a relationship, if I'm not in a relationship, have I chosen to have children? Have I chosen not to have children? Those are female things, obviously. Well, actually, no, they're male things too, but femaleness as far as that's who my audience normally is. So there's all these things that get compounded on, and okay, that means I'm not lovable. This means I'm not lovable. I'm trying something new and it's not working. That means I'm not lovable. And it's all coming into this, I'm not lovable, I'm not lovable, I'm not lovable. And it's like, people, we've got to freaking own that shit because we are lovable. And truthfully, I'm tired of living the lie. And I'm going to, I'm making it my mission, really. It's where we own it. I want you to step into your power, own your lovability so you can live that divine, inspired, vibrant, alive life that I talk about. And so you're going to be hearing more about this from me because, again, this is really up for me. And as I continue to gain clarity around it in a way that I can actually express it to the outside world, I'm going to keep doing it because I think it's really, really important for ourselves and for the world. So until the next time, I will see you later. Love you. And remember, you are lovable. And start thinking of different ways maybe you're trying to prove that you're not lovable. Things that you're talking to yourself, some of that negative self-talk. Things that you're doing with in your relationships. If you're really just looking specifically for like, this person used to do that. Now they're not doing that anymore. Now they're doing this for them and they're not doing it for me. And how it's all coming back to, see, not lovable here. Well, I'm telling you, it's a bunch of shit. So again, Sorry about that. More of the bad language that you might hear from me more periodically, just because that's how I roll. So, anywho, till the next time we see each other again. Yeah, remember how freaking lovable you are, and own that shit. Bye.